And that, my friends, was just a little glimpse of what's to come. Yo, what's up, you guys? It's Drew, Hots Over Pots, all that good-ish. In this video, I'm going to be getting my bridge pierced, and then we're going to go through a little bit of the process, day after, whatnot. Be prepared, because it's happening. I will say, anybody who knows me in real life, or even possibly those who've known me from the old Musical.ly days, know that I have wanted this piercing since I was like 13, 14, when me and my buddy Zero, we used to save photos of emo boys day in and day out on their iPod and all that. You know, whatever, along with a couple of other body mods that I really wanted. Some of them I still want, and some of them not so much, like eyeball tattooing. I'm like, maybe the risks outweigh the coolness of it. Little warning for you, I suppose. I was a little bit in the next clip, so I'm not really exactly sure what I said, what I did. Let's just get straight into it, maybe. Hey bitches, I don't feel great, but what we doing is we taking this out. Look at this. This is a fail of an eyebrow piercing, but who pierced it like that? I pierced it like that. I know it's dark in here, but I have no respect for you apparently, so I am not gonna be fixing that. What I am gonna be fixing is I am gonna unscrew this. I'm gonna unscrew it, all right, just like that. I'm gonna be smart with my piercings for once. And now, I'm gonna be sad that I don't got that. But I'm gonna be happy because I'm taking out a piercing that's most likely gonna fail. And what we're gonna do to replace the feeling of emptiness that I am feeling right now in this moment, because I lost that eyebrow piercing, we'll say that's why. I'm going into town tomorrow. I'm going into the city. I'm going into wherever you want to call it. And I am gonna find my ass somebody to pierce this bridge for me. And if I can't find somebody to pierce it, I'm gonna goddamn pierce it myself. Stay tuned for a very trilogy sponsored by my bipolar disorder. So we got a change of plans. I am going on August 27th to get my bridge pierced, and I will update you more about studio information and whatnot when I actually get there. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember what the fuck I said in the last video, but it's the day of. I'm about to go get my bridge pierced. Alright, y'all know I've had good luck with piercings considering the way I've done them. Yeah, we're gonna go do this. We're gonna go do this right now. Alright, bitches, we got it done. It was a little painful, but that's because it's a 12 gauge, which must mean I got a lot of skinny skin there. We're looking hot, bitch. We're looking hot as fuck, and this place was really nice. Very good people over there. I would recommend anybody in this fucking area go and get a piercing there because, first of all, they have nothing but good reviews. And second of all, they're just fucking awesome. They explain shit to you thoroughly. I got a little pamphlet, dude. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. When I get my middle eyebrow pierced, guys, y'all will be the first to know, and this place is gonna be the one to do it. Bye. About an hour and a half after the piercing, still feel fine. I will say when I was getting in the car and everything, because I had to walk around the corner kind of from the place just because we could only find parking at Cumberland Farms. Feel fine, but I will say that my eyes started getting tired. I was like this for part of the car ride. I called Zero, my bestie, my yesty bestie as I like to call them. And while I was showing them, like, they were asking me a question I had to think about. Right here was getting sore just from thinking. Whatever. It's a little less sore than it was before. I'm gonna wait a couple hours to take an ibuprofen. If any major changes happen throughout tonight, I will let you know, and otherwise I will update you tomorrow. So it's the day after, or night after rather, as promised, and we have not really run into any problems with the bridge. Here, I'll move a little closer so you can get a better look. Not an amazing focus, but you get the idea. It has swelled to where the balls are on the piercing, which I believe you can kind of see in some of the other clips that I took that it was not so before. I have taken an ibuprofen. The pain though, like tenderness, soreness, anything that was from before, gone. To be honest, like, I'm not having none of it. I can raise my eyebrows all right. You know, I'm trying not to do it too much because I don't want to disturb the area. Obviously, from looking at me, you can tell this side is higher up than this side, but when I raise my eyebrows, it actually becomes not so. When he originally mocked it, this was even a tiny bit higher, because when I go like this, you see that? So before we get anybody in the comments like, hey, it's fucking crooked, thank you. I know that my face is crooked, so we worked together on what would be the best way to pierce it for my anatomy and everything like that. And I am not somebody who is like obsessed with symmetry. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you know, like if you're obsessed with symmetry, then like a bridge piercing may not be the one for you, because sometimes you just can't get it straight on. The purple is still from the marker, because I'm pretty sure he said the only thing that you can do to get the marker off is rubbing alcohol, if I remember correctly. Not really worried about that though. Today when I was washing it, this one bled a tiny bit. I was still real soft with it, you know, I wasn't like moving it around and everything like that. But before we get into that, I will show you what I wash it with. This saline wound wash from Walgreens. I had the cap on it. I think it fell off when I took it out of my drawer back there to come and bring it in for the video. And then I use these organic cotton rounds. I use these because they're able to be discarded, but they're still all like mended together. More like a t-shirt as opposed to like a cotton ball, because you know, you really shouldn't be using a cotton ball or even a cotton swab, because the fibers can get off and get in your piercing and get caught and everything like that. It can just cause a lot of problems, so you really want to be careful with that. But you also don't want to use like a face cloth, just because they can harbor bacteria and all that stuff that we don't want up in here. Moving on, I might try and get a little clippy later on of me actually washing it. I mean, basically I just take the cotton pad, spray this. Let me tell you, if you get this and you are used to like the mist piercing saline solution, you will be surprised. This shit shoots out at 100 miles a fucking hour. This is like I'm in the shower and the shower head is shooting off on me. Like, that's how strong this shoots off. So you wouldn't want to spray it directly on your piercing, because it might just cause a little bit of trauma from how strongly it shoots out. Yeah, this like really, I just put it on the thing and then I like leave it on there, hold it for a little while, take it off. If there's anything that needs to be done around, I just kind of take it and like kind of real lightly, so I'm not moving the actual bar of the piercing. And as I started saying earlier, I did get a little blood out of this one, even though I really wasn't tinkering with it too much, but that can happen. I mean, I've heard that it can just kind of go in between from not swollen to like a little more swollen and whatever. I generally have pretty good luck with piercings. I mean, my eyebrow piercings, I've had one on each side. They've healed perfectly. You know, this, I got my nose. I've never had no bumps or anything like that. I would like to keep it that way. The only piercing that I ever had that gave me trouble was probably one up here, but I could always talk about that more in another video. Another thing I'll also address is the pain of actually getting it pierced. It was like, you know, you get, not everybody maybe, but you get that little anxiety leading up to it. I was pretty much fine the whole time until I got behind the, like where the studio. It's because walking in this place was just so nice and welcoming and this and that, and I've had piercings before. It hurt a little more than I thought it was going to, because from what I've read and seen, it hurts no more than like an eyebrow piercing, and so that's kind of what I was expecting. It definitely, in my opinion, hurt more than an eyebrow piercing. Both times I've had my eyebrows pierced, it has been the least painful piercing I've ever had. Kind of lost my train of thought for a second there just because I had a little knocky knock on the door. My eyebrow piercings felt like nothing. This one I was having a panic attack while I was getting it because I was 13 years old. I was going to a guy who was a professional but couldn't really work in the shop anymore because of some surgery he had. So this one I can't really even gauge that much. This one, it felt like nothing. And I did do that one myself. I pierced it a little bit too shallow, so I ended up taking it out pretty recently. I'm gonna get middle eyebrow piercing soon. So it hurt less than up here. This was my most painful piercing, was up here. I've had up here pierced twice as well. It hurt less than my septum, but gave me the same fuzzy head feeling. Not like with the like fucking allergy watery eyes type of thing, but it gave me a little bit of a fuzzy brain feeling for a second. And then I was like, oh, I can get up and go. The other reason is because you could tell because the balls are fucking huge on these. It's a 12 gauge jewelry, so obviously with the bigger needle, it's gonna hurt more. Yeah, so anyway, bottom line, it was a little bit more painful than I expected it to be, but overall a good experience. All right, so that was my bridge piercing happenings, experience, and etc. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever I gotta do to get that, to put me up. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to comment. If you want to bash me for never posting when I say I'm gonna post, go right ahead. I have to tell y'all, I definitely injured myself yesterday, helping Cammy move into their new apartment. But as promised, I'm still gonna show you me washing my bridge. There are cotton rounds, which are arguably pretty bad for the environment, but I guess in the piercing world, sometimes you have to be okay with that. Y'all need to watch. This is about to go all spray all over here. That's like only holding it for a second, dude. Go like this. Pretty much you just keep it on here for like 5-10 minutes, so. Hey, it's the 7-day mark. I am also massaging my earlobes with this hand and jojoba oil. So no serious updates other than I will say here and here, a little more in here, but there is some yellowing of my skin from what I've been reading and been told. It just seems like residual bruising, which, you know, is a little odd, but I guess since I have dark circles under my eyes anyway, like naturally, I wouldn't really be able to tell if there was initial bruising or not. I had a little bit of irritation yesterday, but that was mostly because I had a blemish like right above where the magic was happening, if you know what I'm saying. It looks definitely a lot more irritated than it really is, and there's been more crusty build-up. So there's your little update for you. I did forget to mention that cost was like $65, and that's including the jewelry. Yeah, I will update you possibly with a different video when it is much more healed, maybe at the 1 to 2 month mark. So